but you have to try this. But then you want to ask why, but yeah, it's fast. So I don't think we're that far away. Look on the right hand side, you see the structures where normally we would park with a bus for pictures for Eiffel Tower, but as you can see, we cannot anymore. But we found a very good option for you today, so it's actually nicer where we stopped here. You have to walk a little bit longer, but hey, I think the pictures were worth it. So this is the structures for the Olympic Games. It's going to be a big competition site here. We're almost now arriving at the Invalides Dome, and I'm going to keep the microphone going here so I don't lose it again. And the Invalides Dome is the church part where of the Invalides Hotel. The Invalides Hotel, what is that? Well, it was made by Louis XIV, the Sun King. He was very, very old when he died. He became 77 years old. He was extremely old in the beginning of the 18th century when he died. And he had a lot of wars. So the wars, he created a lot of wounded soldiers, a lot of war invalids. And to take care of them, he had to build a military hospital. So he built the Invalides Hotel, and the Invalides Hotel, it was a military hospital. It was inaugurated in the late 17th century, and he was not only to be nice, he also needed new soldiers for his army, the king's army, so people would join in the army if they knew that they weren't taken care of if they were wounded. So at most 2,000 people could live in the military hospital. At most we have 4,000 men living there. They got 2 hot meals a day, and they had to go to mass every day and pray, otherwise they were kicked out. But it was a really good deal actually at the time. So then on the right hand side you actually see the military academy. There on the right hand side, still up and running, from the 18th century, made by a woman called Madame de Pompadour. Madame de Pompadour, she was a mistress of Louis XV. Remember him, who was hypochondriac and very, very religious as well. And she had a big hairdo with a 1 meter big hair on her head. And they often stuffed it with bread that became stale and moldy. And that was the fashion of Versailles. So she actually made this. Why? Because she wanted the young men, noblemen, to have a formal education before they became soldiers or officers in the king's army, because only noblemen could become officers.